So the next one is Marimba keys. And for this one, we're just going to come up with a motif that we're going to then manipulate. So we're going to rename and just call it Motif Original. Spotted that that's not been renamed properly, so I'll just do that now. So that should be fragment number 4. Okay, so for our motif original, we're going to come up with a pattern. So again, using the pentatonic scale, G, A, B, D, and E, and fold. So I'm going to come up with a pattern. Goes like this. And then we're going to copy it and paste it. Now this one, we're going to augment it. So I'm going to rename first, Motif Augmentation. So here it is. Now, when we have our motif here, we can see it's 1 bar. We know it's 1, 2, 3, 4 beats. Over here on the left-hand side of the screen, there are 2 number 2s, and augmentation is the one on the right. So I'm going to Control and A, click in the window, Control and A, you can see it's all highlighted, and then I'm pressing that right-hand number 2. It's got a little asterisk and then number 2. And you can see now that we have the pattern expanded. It's the same notes, but you can see that each beat, each column for each beat looks smaller because we now have 2 bars in there. So here's our augmented pattern. So you'll notice that I did something here. So if you can see, this is highlighted and this isn't. Okay, so if I play that, can you see the loop is only there? Well, we don't want that loop to be there, so we need to take this and move it so that it goes to the end of the bar, and you can see that it goes to 2 loops then, to 2 bars of a loop then. Okay, so that's your augmentation. So the opposite of augmentation is diminution. So let's copy it again, paste it in, and we're going to rename it Motif Diminution. So this time, when we click in the window and Control and A to select it all, we're actually going to use the left-hand number 2. So it's got a colon and number 2. And now you can see now, if you like the space there, that's fine. You can leave the space there. However, if you would like it, you can copy and paste it so that you have it twice. That's up to you, it's your preference. Okay, so we're going to copy one more time, and we're going to paste, and we're going to look at retrograde. And you can see I'm clicking here, there's a little tiny bit there, and at the end here there's another one, and you can see it move. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap those round. So first of all, that one goes to the end, and then this one here goes there. And you can tell when it's back in place because your grid fits. So now we have our original. And we have our our retrograde. So let's rename that retrograde. So remember, it's these little bits. So it's not the markers, the triangle markers on the top. It's this marker here. You can see it's more like a pointer than a triangle. It's those that are being moved at either side. And that's what's creating the retrograde as you swap them around. So we only have 4 in that column, but we have our original motif, an augmented motif, a diminished motif, and a retrograde motif.